All right, welcome everyone to chapter 10 of Marketing is Freedom. I'm going to do a read and then kind of a deep dive. Love, love, love this chapter. Chapter 10, Unmeasured Time is Lost Time. All right, very deep opening and title. And I'm going to go into this, but you guys, this is such a key element for success. And before I go into it, I'm going to go a little bit deep. Keep in mind, we all have 24 hours in the day. If you literally watch the way that I run my day, and that Tanny and I run our days, and you look how you run your day, you're going to probably see some differences and see why we have what we have. All right. I live every day with solid purpose and intense direction. Like I know where I'm going to go. I hyper focus on it and I go pound it out. I avoid the rabbit holes. And if I'm going to go down a rabbit hole and I want to like have some bubble gum, I plan it out. Right. I schedule that. But you schedule your life, and unmeasured time is lost time. All right, so let me go into this, but reflect on where you spend your time. To be successful, you're going to need to find ways to change your environment to a better environment, to a wealthy environment, and that means making little changes. It might just be changing or shaving off a half hour or something you do over here to put it towards your business, or building your business, or building your plan B, or creating that lifestyle you want as your kids get older. Right? Whatever your goals and dreams are, and those are tied together, right? And I always like to stress this, right? Your dreams are dreams, but to make them a reality, you take your dream and you make it a goal. You put an action plan with a deadline of when you're going to get it done, and then apply the resources to make that happen. It really is that process, okay? Now, if I need to find time, that's a resource. Time is a resource. I got to find the time to make my dream happen, and if I want it bad enough, I'm going to make sacrifices to create the time necessary in that resource need to make my goal happen at the deadline accordingly, right? Okay. Unmeasured time is lost time. Thankfully, I was raised by both my mother and grandfather, who were precise with most everything, schedules and structure to even the smallest of daily tasks. The amount of activity and accomplishments that they both achieved daily were, to me, always amazing. They did not let the moss grow under their feet, and they made great use of the time given them. I appreciate this part of the upbringing, and yet colliding views with marketing and off-kilter approaches challenged my learning on this matter. I'll bring this to a full understanding when we get into chapter 25. And it will probably be something that will definitely be a cause for a restless night or two as you reflect on how it has affected your life and buying decisions. Sometimes being a marketer is also being a magician. Magicians make it look like magic. Really, it is a well-versed and applied understanding of what the prospect is looking at, looking for, and delivering it in a manner that the prospect is jumping at becoming a client. They go from looking into it to wanting it, and needing it now. The success of any product, service, or business is directly tied to the marketing success behind them. Marketing is being a magician and solving the question from the client, what is in it for me? To pull off the magic is not just wonderment, it is making the hard easy and making the results organized and scalable. It is figuring out how many things through trial and error. It is creating a process, a system, and a way to have it all come together and for the client to see it themselves. This is the magic of it. And face it, we all enjoy magic. I have found that true marketing minds understand many aspects of life and living beyond other typical or common mindsets. The understanding of your client, potential client, and how to be the solution for the needs they have is far more than what it is on the surface. We all have 24 hours of time to use every blessed and brilliant day. When you look at those that have what you want to have, you may find a path of how they got there. You can do this by comparing what you do with those that have what you want do with the same 24 hours of every day. Marketing is one of the largest professions. It encompasses so many things. It is emotional. It is logical. It is a solution-based direction at almost every turn. There are more solutions to issues from marketing than most any profession. Each and every profession needs marketing. Nothing sells itself, and repeatedly, marketing done properly makes sales become order taking. There is a direct correlation to success and time management. Every business, every product and service are better marketed with a strict focus on the time management side of it all. And nothing happens as fast as you would like. Patience and marketing success are connected. A lot of things done in marketing are done for a long period of time and in a steady, non-ending manner. This is something that takes absolute time. It needs to be accounted for, measured, and prioritized, as does anything of importance. Marketing is freedom. And it is something that, like air, is needed all the time for us to live and maintain. Think about it. Without marketing, nothing progresses or is shared. We need to consume things to live, always. By this, freedom is created and maintained. It is incredible. To get the most out of anything, you need to plan for it. This is also the main area where my students have made the mistakes to get into their own way. Success is begging for us. It is the natural way of things. Solutions want to find us. The universe is about growth and betterment. We just need to lay out the path to help it run into us. If you do not structure your time, you will take longer to make anything happen. Success is planned and not accidental. Even in today's technology, and a written day planner is sometimes a key to making your success happen. The written word is powerful, and declaring it into a schedule is something worth doing. If it is in the calendar, it exists. If it is not in the calendar, it might not happen. Time management allows for you to become busy. Busy people get things done. The proper use and visualization of your time and time spent allows you to be structured. This structure allows for you to weigh out priorities and to allow you to pack in your day. It allows you to measure your time. Measured time is where the same 24 hours is better utilized by those who measure and appreciate it. Unmeasured time will slip by and be forever lost. Plan the day and own it. Use the time you were blessed with today to make tomorrow better. Now I'm going to, go into some deep dive on here as we complete chapter 10. I'm going to stop my share and come here and face you on this. There's a big understanding here that I need to cover, all right? And it breaks down how you're using your day. I get a lot done, and people are always like, Rory, I don't know how you get this done. Do you ever sleep? Well, I do sleep, and I'm very grateful for how I've learned how to focus and go to a deep sleep and get up and handle things. But what you guys need to know is I don't watch TV, right? If I'm going to watch TV or have any type of entertainment time, it's scheduled, it's planned. That's going to be the time that I'm working on with my wife, and we decide to do that together. That's for Tanny. I do that, but in the course of a day, I do not watch television. All right. Now I have things that I'm fanatic about, right? I love the Dallas Cowboys. I like football, but I have to make a priority choice even with that. I like money-making activities, and I like my downtime to be controlled. Sunday, that's my day of rest. Fortunately, that's when most NFL games are on. And if I'm going to miss a Monday Night Football game because I'm training you guys, that's my priority. It's going to happen. And I'm going to break that down. But you'll look at people that live in a lesser situation. Odds are they watch a lot of TV. I've seen it. They'll come home from work and that's their downtime. Well, all they're saying is their priority is that downtime, not making their life better or giving them more resources to do more things in their life. That's what they really want. If they wanted to change, they would make it change. Okay. I always like to bring up an analogy. It's a story. Okay. And I think about this so many times. All right. And I've heard it over the years, over and over and over again. And every time I hear it, it just reminds me of how true this really is. Right. So there's an older gentleman on his porch, and he's in a rocking chair, and he's got his dog is at his feet, and his dog's just sitting there, and a friend comes over and sits down with him in the rocking chair, and they're sharing a beer back and forth, and the dog's just over there moaning like in pain, and the friend asks the owner of the dog and the owner of the house that he's his friend that he's having a beer with, like, what's wrong with your dog? And he's like, you sound like he's hurt, is he okay? And he's like, oh, I'm sure when it bothers him, he'll move. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, he's sitting on a rusty nail and it's bothering him, but I'm sure when it bothers him enough, he'll get up and move. And that's how we all are, right? We'll moan about it, but if the pain's not really bad and we want to just live with, we're just going to moan. And then when we're ready to move, we'll get ready to move. And we all can find a way to make things better, but is it a priority to us? Is the pain enough to move? Or are we just going to moan about it? I'm thinking about, situations, and, and we talk to a lot of people all the time. And, if your situation is where you like it, change, right? I'm going to go to a Jim Rohn thing that I love all the time. You'll hear it. If you don't like where you live, move. You're not a tree. Okay. And it's so true. You don't like your situation, move, make a change, find something better, take the leap and go do it. And otherwise, you're just that you're that old dog laying on that rusty nail that's just going to moan about it, and it's not going to bother you enough to move. And everybody, can find a way out. We have more resources today than ever. There's ways to do things, right? And you just got to really want it to go. And I go over the same thing. If you don't measure your time, right? Like, so if you go about your day and you just live your life and you're not structured on what you're doing with your time, that time's just lost. You didn't apply it to something to make it better. And, you think about it, we're on this earth for just a short period of time, really, right? 70, 80, 90 years, it's a short period of time. It goes by like in a blink. Time goes by so quick. Why would you not want to structure and organize it to have more, right? When you structure your time, you can plan bigger events. You can plan to go travel, see your friends, do more things in your day. You ever see how quick a day goes by? Like, you literally can sit down on your couch, get on your phone, go to Instagram or go down some rabbit hole on Facebook and lose the entire day if you wanted to. It's not going to put money in your pocket. It might actually cost you money because you're going to see ads, maybe buy something. Whatever is going on, right? We're all consumers. But if you schedule your time and you live with solid purpose and intent to use that time for what you plan for it, you're planning to win. And you've heard this before, right? If you don't have a plan, you've planned to fail. Because if you don't have structured time, you're not going to use it properly, and you're not going to get anything accomplished more than just a regularly, rat, just like, what do you want to call it? The hamster in the wheel. You're just going to be doing the motions. Once you start putting a plan in place and putting resources and time towards that plan, you're going to accomplish something, right? Remember, a dream is just a dream until you make it a goal, set a deadline, put an action plan with resources behind it, and go to action. Right. God bless everyone. I'll see you guys next week as we read chapter 11. Bye for now.